Hello, this is Richard. Today is April 16th, 2020, and today my mother will be 98 years old. She died almost 18 years ago, so today she will be 98. So today I want to talk about death and how death is tragic, right? Death is something we don't want to deal with. It's just really tragic. It's hard. And so, what I wanted to say is that from the minute we are born, we are destined to die. We are destined to live and just, it will be the end, right? So, that is something that we all have. From the minute we are born, we will die. And so, my point here is that dealing with this is something we all have to learn and we all have to deal with. And the more we learn about it, the better it is, because when we are in denial, the more we suffer, right? So being in denial is not going to help us. I think acknowledging and accepting that we all will die and that people will die is something that we have to deal with. And so it's painful, but it's something that is part of life, part of humanity. It reminds me of something that my mother would say, and she would say that there are more dead people than there are alive people. And I believe that, right? So I also wanted to talk about something that my mother talked to me about years ago, and it's about a book that she read about Buddha, and it was the mustard seed parable. And what she talked to me about, it was about this woman that had lost her son. Her son died very young, and that was her only child. And so she was desperate, and she didn't know what to do with it. You know, she was grieving, and it was very tragic for her. So what she did is, in her small town where she lived, she went from door to door asking for medicine to revive her only child. She was desperate. She was crying, and she knocked on everyone's door. And at the last door that she knocked, she was talking to this older man who said, "You may want to talk to Buddha, and he may have a remedy for your child, for you." And so it appears that at that time, when this took place, Buddha was alive, right? He was here. And so she went to Buddha's home, and so she asked Buddha to give him a remedy to bring her son back to life. So Buddha tells her to go back to the village and get mustard seeds from every single household that had not experienced death, that had not been touched by death. And so she does exactly what she is told. So she goes to every single household in her town. I'm assuming it's a small village. So she goes there and she knocks on every single door, and no one could give her the seeds that she was asking for, because everyone had experienced death. Everyone had been touched by death. And so after going through every single home, she was resigned that that was what's going to happen, that her son had died. And so she accepted and acknowledged death and was able to bury her son, her beloved one. And so after a few months, she went back and talked to Buddha. And Buddha told her that he instructed her to go to each house so she would know that everyone has been touched by death and that we all will. And so that's what I wanted to discuss today. And it's a good memory that I have that my mom discussed with me that taught me a lot when I was younger. And so we are all going to be touched by death. And so, having said that, I think it's very important to deal with this as a friend that comes sometimes and that reminds us that we are all fragile. And it's also a reminder to be good human beings, I think, to be good daughters, good sons to our parents, to be a good friend to others, to be good human beings, right? Be good to others and to be in touch with that and to visit this when you're able and know that that is something we'll have for sure, that we will all go one day. So what I suggest also is continue to grieve in a healthy way and acknowledge what's going on, acknowledge death, and move forward, like I said before, adjusting to the loss of your loved one. Okay, so that was my message for today. I thought it was a great parable to talk about today, especially on my mother's birthday, April 16. And I hope that you find a place in your heart to deal with whatever pain you're dealing with and embrace it with care. Take care of yourselves and others. Thank you very much for watching my video. Take good care and be blessed. Bye-bye.